Hey, good morning. This is the Big JB. It's Friday. Man, it's a gorgeous day today, and I'm in a great mood. I think it has to do with the fact that I got more sleep. I will tell you, nothing messes me up worse than not having enough sleep. It's amazing. The problem is, as I've mentioned many times before in these videos, I try to squeeze every drop of activity and fun that I can out of every day. So it's, once I get home, I just, I enjoy time with my family. Once my kids are in bed, I try to do as much fun stuff as I can. One thing I have found that helps me to get to sleep on time and actually sleep better is not using my iPod before I go to sleep. If I play games a lot before I go to bed, it's harder for me to go to sleep, and it's harder for me to go to sleep on time, because then I'll be like, okay, well, just one more level, or, just one more, whatever. And I don't need to do that. So last night I didn't. I laid in bed and I read some comic books. I haven't read comics in a really long time, so I'm going back and reading some of the stuff that I've collected. I don't collect anymore. I got tired of a lot of the crap. I was a big Marvel guy, and I still know tons and tons and tons about Marvel stuff and Marvel characters and Marvel properties. And so, I don't know how much of that's changed over the years, but I still know a lot about it. The problem is that I got really, really tired of Marvel stuff. And then I was only collecting a couple comics, and then it was like, well, why am I spending money on this? If it's only like $4 every couple weeks, it ended up, not being worth it. So I laid in bed reading comics. And reading in bed always makes me kind of tired, so that was a good natural way to help me get ready for bed. And then I got a good night's sleep. I went to bed about 11, I think, a little bit after 11, and I got up at 7. Set my alarm for like 6:30. I used that sleep timer app. I can't remember what it's called now. I mentioned it quite a while ago. Great app. It naturally wakes you up. If you don't have it, I'll put a link to it in the notes down below, so that you can go check it out. Essentially, what it does, you put it in your bed while you're sleeping, like up in the corner. Up in the corner. That's the motion I'm doing. You can't see it on camera. You put it up in the corner of your bed, like under the sheet or something. You do a calibration. The first couple nights, what it does is it reads how you're sleeping, and it will detect kind of the normal flow, because it knows, because apparently we move differently in our sleep at different phases of sleep. So what it does is it tries to wake you up when you are as close to being awake as possible. So you might be in a very deep sleep and just coming out of it, and it will wake you up as you're kind of on your way up. You can give it a window of time, so it recommends about a half an hour. I set mine to 15 minutes because, if I set my alarm for, let's say, 6 o'clock in the morning, which is what I have to do when I'm taking my kids to school in the morning, half an hour window is annoying to wake up at, 5:40 or whatever. Like, no, I don't want that. So I try to set about 15-minute window. It'll snooze. All you have to do is tap it. So, I find myself being asleep and just kind of reaching over my shoulder and kind of tapping it twice, so it'll snooze. It has an intelligent snooze, so it'll snooze, and then it'll only snooze for a certain number of minutes, but it changes the minutes so that you never quite fall back into a sleep, because what it's trying to do is it's trying to wake you up in the most natural state, so you never wake up in that state, where it's like trying to drag you out of a bowl of pudding. So I really like the app. And I've spent time talking about that, and I didn't intend to, but I can't say enough about that app. It's really, really good stuff. So I certainly encourage you to do that. I gave my old CD alarm clock to my girls because they needed a clock in their room, and it's really bright, so they can they like to have a kind of night light in there. So I gave it to them because of the sleep timer app. I think the one drawback to it is because it won't, the screen stays on. So you have to adjust the brightness down if you're really sensitive to light. And then you also need to keep it plugged in, because it won't run in the background because of the limitations to the iOS. So, and you can pick it up in the night. Like if you get up to go to the bathroom and you want to see what time it is, you can pick it up and look at it. and see what time it is, and then just, you know, tuck it back down. Because essentially, once it's face down on your sheet, it knows that, you know, it knows that it's down. So it's really cool. I really like it. I know a couple people have picked it up because of my recommendation and really enjoy it. So I give it thumbs up. It's very good stuff. We're going to a barbecue tonight for a couple that we know that is getting married, and they are awesome. Love them to pieces. And so Chris and Johnny, if you are watching this video, you guys rock. I am very excited for you. Johnny is a girl, by the way. I know that that could sound weird for some people to go, wait a second, Chris and Johnny. But especially given some of the conversations that have been happening on my Facebook page. But they are a couple that are just absolutely awesome and very right for each other. And I'm very excited to be a part of the wedding, whether I'm just an attendant or an MC or whatever. I think that they're a great couple, and they rock. So we're going to do that tonight, and then I'm not sure what we're doing this weekend. Hopefully not a whole lot. But, you know, it'll probably be hot, and we'll do something outside, I'm sure. Well, I hope everybody has an awesome weekend. I thank everybody for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'll see everybody on Monday. Bye-bye.